Henry
back on the offense.
Quickly continuing the assault. Mark Henry really doing a number into Kurt Angle.
Uh-oh, Mark Henry, oh! Boy, how's no one home? Kurt Angle butting heads.
And Kurt Angle with an elbow to the head. Kurt Angle, drop toe hold! Henry, no!
That could be it, though.
Henry, he just got up. Angle could have grounded him, but Henry not being denied. Oh my God!
And suplex.
You're fucking kidding me! You're fucking kidding me!
Oh! Kurt Angle was trying to give up for the Angle slam, but Mark Henry just clobbers him with that big-time clothesline. Oh!
Look, going for 400 pounds of sheer destruction with that splash there, but Angle quickly getting out of the way.
Sidewalk slam, and Mark Henry just destroying Kurt Angle here, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure if Kurt Angle has anything left.
I don't know. This is about to be the end of Angle. World Strongest Slam! Angle quickly getting out of it with that arm trap STO. And now Angle, there you go! Smart strategy, locking in the ankle lock! The ankle lock is locked in! The ankle lock is locked in! Mark Henry is in trouble! The world's strongest man could tap out right here, ladies and gentlemen!
The world's strongest man to tap out! Or can Mark Henry somehow power out of this? He's capable of doing it. Or can Mark Henry manage to get to the ropes?
You see, Mark Henry is trying to crawl to the ropes, and he does so successfully. Forces the rope break. Now Kurt Angle.
Angle slam! Angle not letting up.
It's still the strength of that. You saw him just fucking. What the hell? That's gotta be it. Dude, what?
What can Kurt Angle do to beat this man?
I don't think there is anything he can do. This is a man who kicked out of everything Abyss threw at him. If a man like a monster, if a monster like Abyss couldn't beat Mark Henry, who possibly can?
Oh! That whiplash, remember Kurt Angle's neck problems in the past. Oh no, oh, 400-pound splash.
Oh, Jesus. All that sheer destruction and tenacity all unleashed. And oh, no. Big splash by Mark Henry. 1, 2, kick out. Kurt Angle is still in this, but not for long as he turns around into the world's strongest slam.
Can Kurt Angle manage to kick out of this? I don't know. No.
2, 3.
Mark Henry has just defeated 2 former world champions on back-to-back shows.
The man is...
If you don't think that Mark Henry is capable of receiving a future title shot, I think you want to change your opinion right now, because Mark Henry just continues to steamroll.
I definitely think Stone Cold Steve Austin needs to be watching his back of this man right here. Mark Henry inflicting so much punishment. A second former world champion has fallen to him. First Abyss, then Kurt Angle.
Who's next?
The Hall of Pain quickly getting crowded.
Mark Henry earns a new draft pick for his brand. Look at Mark Henry just smiling, and I really hope Mark Henry doesn't try to get that steel chair out again and put Kurt Angle's ankle through it, like he tried to do last time.
There's nothing to prove, but nonetheless, Raw gets its 3rd draft pick in a row. Who's it gonna be, ladies and gentlemen? We've seen Bobby Lashley.
What?
Oh! Woo! Buddy!
Oh no! If there's anything that can help Mark Henry, Abyss has unfinished business with the world's strongest man. You gotta...
Abyss is probably the closest thing capable of defeating Kane, but nonetheless, Abyss, a man possessed, a monster possessed. You gotta think now that he's coming to Raw, Mark Henry looked like he had Abyss out of his sights. Now Abyss aiming directly into that man's crosshair. It's Mark Henry, and Mark Henry on the hills. A case of the limber tail right there for Mark Henry, and Abyss clearly not finished with the man.
See Mark Henry wanting no part of Abyss here tonight. He says, wait, I've already beaten you. I have nothing to prove to you.
Nonetheless, the Hall of Pain just continues to get crowded and crowded. For Raw, ladies and gentlemen, we've seen Bobby Lashley. We've seen
Mark Henry and Abyss.
Yes, those are 3 monumental draft picks.
SmackDown got Randy Orton, but we still have more to come. We're going right to another match. Samoa Joe, and quite arguably could win the match of the night at WrestleMania II against Randy Orton.
That counter to the punt, I still have it burned in my brain. He took Randy Orton to his absolute limit. That match was definitely the bout of mental chess that everyone looked for. But this man right here, he countered that signature punt from Randy Orton and countered into that STF, and then he made Orton tap out in the middle of the ring. And I gotta say, whoever's going against Samoa Joe tonight, I think, Frank Dog, the safest thing to say here is that we've got a 4th draft pick of Raw coming over after this match.
I have to agree. Something I would like to see after that performance from Samoa Joe, I would like to see Samoa Joe go one-on-one with Mark Henry.
Whoa! But nonetheless, this is a big test for Samoa Joe here.
The former 4-time World Heavyweight Champion Edge coming out to a standing ovation. You want to know why? It's because he's joined his former partner Christian at WrestleMania II, and Edge actually dumped Vicky Guerrero in the process.
Edge changed his ways, had a change of heart, turned over a new leaf, reunited with his buddy Christian, and one of the best TLC matches I will remember forever in history against the $1 Million Congregation. And on that night, the $1 Million Congregation,
they made history. They made history.
And in history even. Still, the $1 Million Congregation proved their worth against the legendary tag team champions. But now, as we see, seems like Edge and Christian are done with that. Edge is in a singles match tonight here against Samoa Joe, and we're about to get things underway, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, you gotta think Edge went to a TLC match. Samoa Joe went to a 15-minute match. Who's fresher? Who has the advantage here?
I would think Samoa Joe has the advantage. The man is on another level when it comes to wrestling. Samoa Joe, an absolute killer. One of the original motherfuckers that everybody fears and yet everybody respects. But
well, a lot of people respect Edge as well. The bicycle kick, former world champion Edge.
And as I was about to say, take nothing away from Edge's resiliency. The man is the ultimate opportunist. If there's anybody who can find a way to win against this Samoan submission machine, it might have to be Edge. He can find an opportunity. If Samoa Joe leaves himself wide open, you can bet Edge is going to capitalize on that opportunity. But so far, Samoa Joe absolutely having his way with Edge right now.
One for Samoa Joe's career, if he could actually beat Edge and Randy Orton 2 consecutive nights, two big huge stars of WEDF.
To beat the man in a singles match who has won the world title the most, along to beat somebody as vicious. Wait a minute, Edge with the cover. Only a 1 count though. To beat someone as vicious and deadly as Randy Orton, and to beat someone as wise and quick thinking on their feet as Edge, you definitely got to think that also continues to elevate Samoa Joe on another level. And as we already know, ladies and gentlemen, wait a minute, Northern Light suplex.
Edge.
Samoa Joe quickly kicking out. Now back to my point. You have to think, with all the people that Samoa Joe has beaten, let's be reminded that in Season 2, the only people to defeat Samoa Joe cleanly, without interference or distractions or otherwise, are Stone Cold Steve Austin, the WEDF champion, and Bobby Lashley. two very, very dominant superstars.
Oh!
Successful champions! And Samoa Joe just continuing the onslaught right now. That bicycle kick absolutely devastating.
A big power slam.
Samoa Joe hooks the leg. Got the cover. One. No. Joe continues the attack. Edge putting up a fight though, missing with a strike. Edge on fire. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful bulldog there from Edge. Textbook, simple but effective. As he locked in that Fujiwara armbar, trying to hyperextend the joint of Samoa Joe's shoulder, and I gotta think that would be a smart strategy for Edge to do that. Eliminates the Muscle Buster, eliminates the STF, eliminates pretty much a good portion of Samoa Joe's maneuvers, but nonetheless, Samoa Joe, a devastating man nonetheless, but Edge could probably do it here. Hooks the leg, 1, 2, no. Edge missing with that drop kick, and Samoa Joe casually just stepping out of the way of that as he would if somebody would do a springboard. But Samoa Joe continues to attack. Put his shoulders out, big snake eyes maneuver, and Joe running the ropes.
German suplex.
The power of the Samoan submission machine goes unquestioned as he hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, kick out.
One thing Samoa Joe has to look out. Oh, wow. Has to look out for is that spear that could go out of nowhere. Come out of nowhere.
Samoa Joe signature Joe here. Running senton. Completely knocking the wind out of Edge's sails right now.
Oh. Edge meeting Joe with a big boot.
The mental mastermind is still putting up a fight. Edge,
opportunist.
Let's not forget about Edge's finish maneuver as well. Much like the RKO, the spear, it can come out nowhere. But Edge thinking from behind, and now Edge, check it out! Edge, execution and Paler DDT, I don't know which the difference is again, but Edge setting up for the spear, Samoa Joe in trouble, rewarded with the exploder suplex for his effort. Samoa Joe looks to be zoning in, and now Joe locking in a half Boston Crab, single leg Boston Crab, whatever you want to call it. Either one is correct. Edge struggling to the ropes as Samoa Joe on the brink of making Edge tap out.
Edge is in trouble. He's got to finally get to the ropes. He's dragging 300 pounds along with him.
Edge is fighting valiantly. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Edge still putting up one hell of a fight. Back and forth, these men go. Big punch from Edge, dazing Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe catches him by the leg, pushes him down, and Joe with a heel hold right there.
But Edge desperately gets out of that. Edge had to desperately get out of that move right there.
Edge quickly thinking on his feet, too used to Samoa Joe's submission game. By now, until Samoa Joe just knocks him dead, and he's calling for the cutthroat. He says this. Oh, ladies and the coquina clutch! The clutch! Samoa Joe pulling up the clutch the first time we've seen it in WEDF.
Edge is in trouble.
Edge is in trouble. The devastating coquina clutch locked in.
Edge can pass out from this.
Samoa Joe has made Brock Lesnar pass out by submission before. But will Edge tap out here? The coquina clutch, first time ever seen. Yes, he does. Slapping the mat. An impressive victory for the Samoan submission machine.
And with that win, Samoa Joe brings a fourth superstar over to Monday night. What an impressive victory. And Joe's is looking more and more dangerous. He has that SPF. He has that clutch. I mean, who can stop this man? I mean, he's just went over Lesnar, Orton, Edge, just over the past few months.
He's went over men who have been multiple-time world champions. He is unstoppable. The man has only been beaten by Steve Austin and Bobby Lashley cleanly. Samoa Joe, ladies and